The aircraft carriers. Hello everyone, this is AWZ. Welcome to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy. The United States S. Gerald Ford Supercarrier has a price tag of $13 billion, making it the most costly aircraft carrier ever constructed. It also leads the class of the biggest, heaviest, and most powerful aircraft carriers in the annals of aviation history. It is now ready for deployment to project the might of the United States military across the globe and to take on any adversary that might consider themselves near peer, including aircraft carriers from Russia and China, and so no one ever dares. This has been the case of total dominance for the USS Ford over the last decade until now, as China has just launched a new aircraft carrier that is certain to be more lethal and more advanced than any aircraft carrier that isn't of China. China has just launched a new aircraft carrier that is certain. Here, we find out if the American supercarrier now has a Chinese competitor and what exactly is this new aircraft carrier that China has just launched. On June 17, 2022, China launched its third aircraft carrier, the Type 003 Fujian, named after the Fujian province in China. It is the country's third and by far the most powerful warship after the Type 001 Liaoning, which was bought from Ukraine as an incomplete post-Soviet ship, and the Type 002 Shandong, which was built at home and was designed after the Liaoning. The new Fujian features an updated design that is comparable to that of the American supercarrier. This is accomplished by, among other things, doing away with the antiquated assisted takeoff ramps of its predecessors and replacing them with more advanced launching gears. Similar in many ways to what can be seen on the USS Ford. The USS Ford was already the most advanced carrier in the world before it was completed. In order to build it, the United States Navy had to stop work on over 9,000 other projects. With a displacement of 100,000 tons, the carrier displaces twice as much as Russia's Admiral Kuznetsov and is 3 times as valuable. The United States Navy typically only implements 2 new technology each year, while the USS Ford has 23. 5 of these technologies are significantly responsible for the carrier's lethality domination and the moniker of supercarrier. 5. Nuclear power station. The USS Gerald R. Ford is powered by 2 Bechtel A-1B nuclear reactors, which are the most cutting-edge engines yet developed for use on water. Because these engines take use of the fact that nuclear energy is available indefinitely, the aircraft carrier would only need to have its fuel replenished once over its entire 50-year service life. This enables the USS Ford to operate continuously for a period of 25 years without the need for refueling, and with a top speed of around 30 knots, the supercarrier can reach every country on the Earth in plenty of time to pay friendly visits to allies and inflict havoc on adversaries. 4. AI and automated technology. The USS Ford is as intelligent as they come, with a combination of raw power and intellectual skills. It accomplishes this by utilizing artificial intelligence, notably in the form of unmanned vehicles, which are on their own creating a name for themselves in the world. With less personnel on board, there is more free space in the ship's hull to hold more systems, weapons, and life enhancement features such as ergonomic spaces and gymnasiums, which ultimately results in a better quality of life for the 4,500 crew members. This is an important factor considering that a crew can only be as agile as the crew that keeps her oiled up and running smoothly. 3. Novel processing systems and sensing apparatus. The USS Ford is equipped with the most cutting-edge sensors, computers, and weaponry that are necessary for an aircraft carrier to have in order to keep that delicate balance between intelligence and lethality. The USS Ford, in contrast to virtually every other aircraft carrier in the world, has a single system for both horizon and volume search. This system is in the form of a SBY-3 multifunction radar for X and S-band active electronically scanned array, and it is the most advanced radar system produced in the United States. It is also capable of handling surveillance, air traffic control, missile communications, and locating targets from a distance of miles. 2. American fighter planes and unmanned aerial vehicles. The 5th generation F-35C Lightning II Joint Strike Fighter, which is the Navy's favorite child and whose development program remains the most expensive weapons development program of the Pentagon to date with a reported cost of $400 billion, can call the USS Ford home at any given time, along with up to 75 other fighter jets and unmanned aerial vehicles, or WAVs. The end result of such an expensive program is a fighter that is truly capable of doing it all, including close air support, vertical takeoff and landing, and everything in between, solidifying it as the modern go-to fighter for the Navy and every other department of the military, that is, until the 6th generation F/A-XX fighter takes center stage, of course, and for when that happens. The USS Ford is already equipped with the technologies required to host launch and arrest it. 1. Technologically sophisticated launching and stopping mechanisms. Electromagnetic launch system to catapult every kind of manned and unmanned aircraft to the sky in the shortest possible distance, and an arresting gear that saves them from becoming sea divers by grinding them to a sharp halt. The advantage of these systems that offer 4,100 takeoffs and 16,500 arrests before faults over short takeoff ramps and even older steam launch systems is increased sorties, which means that more aircraft could take off at one. The Fujian has a displacement of 80,000 tons, making it 20% lighter than the Ford's 100,000 tons. Along with its smaller size comes a smaller air wing. Although the exact number of supported aircraft is unknown at this time, it is certain that there are enough to give the Chinese Navy options to execute missions. With their electromagnetic launch systems active, virtually all types of aircraft can take off from the Fujian, and although the aircraft carrier is still in service, the Fujian is 20% lighter than the Ford. Russia, on the other hand, has been underwhelming in this department, and to say that they have fewer aircraft carriers than China could easily imply that they have two, but no, they have only one, and that one is over 40 years old, meaning that it is closer to World War II than it is to us today. Meet the Russian Admiral Kuznetsov. Before the launch of China's Fujian, Admiral Kuznetsov was the largest conventionally powered aircraft carrier in the world. It has a displacement of it is currently uncertain if or when the Admiral Kuznetsov will return to active service after experiencing a series of malfunctions and maintenance issues. These issues range from the collapse of a 70-ton crane to the outbreak of a fire to the spilling of 300 tons of oil into the ocean. The Admiral Kuznetsov is currently undergoing an upgrade to bring it up to date with current technology. It is interesting to note that China's first aircraft carrier, the Soviet-era Liaoning bought from Ukraine, is a sibling to Russia's Admiral Kuznetsov, only bringing to light how quickly and how well China has overtaken Russia in the aircraft carrier space, although China is still not close to the United States for the time being, which still seems to be an impossible task for anyone thanks to the American supercarriers. Although fishes in the sea would likely be hoping that day.
Flight 527, runway 8 kilo, you're clear for takeoff.
Flight 807, you're clear for landing, runway 7, Bravo.
This is all for now. Check out other videos on our channel. Thank you for watching.